The West Philippine Sea, a significant part of the broader South China Sea, has become a focal point of intense geopolitical tension in recent years. This vast expanse of water is not only a strategic location, but also a symbol of national pride and identity for the Filipino people. For the Philippines, the West Philippine Sea holds immense national significance. It is deeply woven into the daily lives of millions of Filipinos, especially those living in coastal communities who depend on its waters for their livelihood, food security, and cultural heritage. The Philippines firmly asserts its sovereign rights over this maritime area, emphasizing its legal entitlement to explore, exploit, and manage resources within its exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. This claim is not just a matter of policy, but a reflection of the country's determination to protect its people's future. The West Philippine Sea is renowned for its rich marine biodiversity, teeming with fish, coral reefs, and other marine life. It sustains the country's vibrant fishing industry, providing food and income for countless families. Additionally, the area is believed to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas, which could play a crucial role in the Philippines' energy security and economic development. The Philippines' position is firmly grounded in international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. This legal framework defines the rights and responsibilities of nations regarding the use of the world's oceans, and it supports the Philippines' claim to its EEZ and the resources within it. The ongoing dispute has real impacts on ordinary Filipinos, from fishermen facing challenges at sea to communities advocating for their rights and sovereignty. Education and awareness about the West Philippine Sea have become increasingly important, fostering a sense of unity and resilience among the people. The dispute is not just a bilateral issue with China, but a matter of international concern, as the region is a critical maritime corridor for global trade. Billions of dollars worth of goods pass through these waters every year, making stability in the West Philippine Sea vital for the global economy. The Philippines' determination to defend its claims highlights the complexities of modern diplomacy and its unwavering commitment to safeguarding national interests, ensuring peace, and protecting the rights of future generations. The 2016 ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague was a landmark in international maritime law. It invalidated China's expansive 9-line claim, reaffirming the Philippines' sovereign rights over its maritime zones under UNCLOS. This ruling bolstered the Philippines' legal standing and set a precedent for other nations facing similar disputes. Despite China's rejection, the decision remains a crucial diplomatic tool for the Philippines and its allies. However, without a mechanism to enforce compliance, the ruling's impact is largely diplomatic. Still, it continues to reinforce the Philippines' claims and garner international support. On October 7, 2025, the Philippines launched a vital resupply mission to support its fishermen operating in the West Philippine Sea. As dawn broke, Coast Guard vessels loaded with food, fuel, and essential goods set out from port, determined to reach Filipino fishing communities who depend on these lifelines for their survival and livelihood. This mission was not just a routine operation, it was a clear demonstration of the Philippines' resolve to maintain a steadfast presence in these highly contested and often dangerous waters, despite mounting external pressures. Through the Kadiwa sa Bagong Bayaning Mangingisda program, the government provides direct support to Filipino fishermen, ensuring they have the resources to continue their work even under increasingly challenging and uncertain conditions. Throughout the mission, the Philippine Coast Guard faced persistent intimidation from Chinese vessels, including live fire warnings and low-flying helicopter passes. Despite these provocations and the ever-present risk of escalation, the crew pressed on, determined to deliver much-needed supplies to their countrymen at sea. These resupply missions are far more than logistical undertakings. They are powerful, symbolic acts of sovereignty and national pride, reinforcing the Philippines' rightful presence in its own waters. The government's unwavering support for its fishermen highlights a deep commitment to upholding territorial integrity and protecting the livelihoods of those who depend on the sea. The resilience and courage of Filipino fishermen, who continue to venture into disputed waters despite the risks, bring a human face to this ongoing maritime dispute and underscore the stakes for ordinary citizens. Each successful resupply mission not only strengthens the Philippines' claims, but also reaffirms the rights and dignity of its people in these contested waters, sending a message of hope and determination to the nation and the world. China employs gray zone tactics, actions that fall below the threshold of open warfare, to assert its sweeping claims in the West Philippine Sea. These tactics are carefully calculated to avoid direct military confrontation, yet they steadily erode the status quo and challenge the sovereignty of neighboring countries, especially the Philippines. By operating in this ambiguous space, China is able to push its interests while making it difficult for other nations to respond forcefully without risking escalation. Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels frequently intimidate and harass Philippine ships, often shadowing or blocking them, and sometimes even using water cannons or aggressive maneuvers. These actions create a tense and unpredictable environment at sea, where Filipino fishermen and naval personnel must constantly be on alert for sudden provocations or dangerous encounters. Recent resupply missions to outposts in the West Philippine Sea have been met with live fire warning shots, flares, and low-flying helicopters from Chinese forces. These are classic examples of gray zone tactics, meant to intimidate, disrupt, and send a message, all while stopping short of outright conflict. The ambiguity of gray zone actions allows China to exert influence without direct confrontation. By blurring the lines between civilian and military operations, China makes it difficult for the international community to respond decisively, as each incident can be downplayed or denied. This complicates the Philippines' response, as it must assert its rights and protect its people while carefully avoiding actions that could escalate into a larger conflict. Decision-makers must weigh every move, knowing that a single miscalculation could have serious consequences for regional stability. Despite these challenges, the Philippines remains steadfast in defending its interests. Filipino sailors, Coast Guard personnel, and local communities continue to stand their ground, showing resilience and unity in the face of mounting pressure. The support of ordinary citizens for their maritime defenders is a powerful symbol of national resolve. The ongoing use of gray zone tactics by China underscores the complexity and persistence of the dispute. Each new incident adds to a growing timeline of confrontations, making it clear that this is not a short-term challenge, but a long-term struggle for control and influence in the region. A strategic, multifaceted response, combining diplomacy, legal action, and enhanced maritime presence, is essential for the Philippines to navigate these challenges and safeguard its rights in the West Philippine Sea. The lack of a binding code of conduct for the South China Sea remains a major obstacle to resolving disputes. Years of negotiations between ASEAN and China have yet to produce a finalized agreement. Without clear guidelines, countries rely on international law and non-binding protocols, increasing the risk of conflict. For the Philippines, this complicates efforts to manage disputes and hold parties accountable. Achieving a binding code of conduct would be a significant step towards stability and security in the West Philippine Sea. Until then, the Philippines must navigate a volatile maritime landscape. Diplomatic efforts remain crucial in pushing for a comprehensive and enforceable agreement. In response to West Philippine Sea challenges, the Philippines is strengthening international partnerships. Collaborations with allies like the United States, Japan, Australia, and Canada support maritime security and a rules-based order. Recent diplomatic engagements, including inviting Ireland to join naval exercises, reflect a strategy to diversify partnerships. Joint patrols and maritime exercises with allies demonstrate international solidarity and deterrence. These activities enhance the interoperability of the Philippines' maritime forces and improve collective response capabilities. Building a network of allies is vital for navigating the region's complex dynamics. This approach bolsters the Philippines' security and contributes to regional stability. International cooperation remains a cornerstone of the country's strategy in the West Philippine Sea. Public sentiment in the Philippines towards China is marked by deep distrust. Repeated harassment of Filipino fishermen and Coast Guard vessels, along with environmental damage, fuels negative perceptions. Surveys show distrust in China is among the highest in Asia, reflecting both geopolitical tensions and personal experiences. Fishermen face restricted access to traditional fishing grounds, impacting livelihoods and reinforcing public skepticism. The government's assertive actions in the West Philippine Sea align with public expectations for a strong defense of national interests. Increased patrols and diplomatic protests are seen as necessary steps to protect sovereignty. Addressing public distrust requires sustained engagement and a balanced approach. The government's actions are about defending territory and ensuring citizens' confidence in national protection. The West Philippine Sea dispute has significant economic and environmental impacts on local communities. Filipino fishermen face increasing challenges due to restricted access and harassment, threatening livelihoods and food security. The Kadiwa program helps mitigate hardships by providing essential supplies and support. Environmental damage from Chinese activities such as island building and overfishing threatens coral reefs and marine ecosystems. The destruction of these habitats has long-term consequences for biodiversity and local economies. Addressing these challenges requires a comprehensive strategy that balances economic needs with environmental stewardship. International cooperation and adherence to environmental standards are essential for preserving the region's ecosystems. The future stability of the West Philippine Sea depends on sustainable solutions for both people and the environment. The Philippines' stand in the West Philippine Sea reflects its commitment to sovereignty and national interests. Challenges range from legal and diplomatic hurdles to economic and environmental concerns. The 2016 PCA ruling and ongoing resupply missions demonstrate determination to maintain a presence in disputed waters. Strengthening international partnerships and assertive actions form a comprehensive strategy. Balancing defensive sovereignty with efforts to build trust and cooperation is essential. The nation's resilience and commitment to a rules-based order offer hope for a peaceful resolution. Ultimately, the Philippines' actions are about securing a better future for its people and the region.